a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret.
Roll out the red carpet and wind down your windows, because you'll soon be singing along like you're the star of the show. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 songs from theater musicals.
There's no business like show business if you tell me it's so.
For this list, all contenders have to have been created for the stage production of any musical, and have to have been made famous through that stage production initially. Film adaptation tracks such as Singin' in the Rain or Somewhere Over the Rainbow won't feature, and there can only be one song selected per musical. Number 10, Defying Gravity, Wicked.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep.
The signature song from probably the most prominent musical of the 21st century, Defying Gravity is appropriately and incredibly uplifting. A majority solo with a couple of duets thrown in for good measure. The song is performed by the newly enlightened Elphaba, originally played by Idina Menzel, and her friend Glinda, originally played by Kristen Chenoweth. The finale of the show's first act, Defying Gravity, is all about living without limits, and has already achieved an iconic status within the theater world.
And nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down.
Number 9, Do Re Mi, The Sound of Music.
Once you have these notes in your heads, you can sing a million different tunes by mixing them up, like this. So, do, la, fa, mi, do, re.
So much of The Sound of Music might have featured today. Edelweiss,
Edelweiss, every morning you greet me.
My favorite things,
Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
or the show's title track are all almost top 10 worthy.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
But Do Re Mi is what really does it for us.
A name I call myself.
A song which really has the essence of musical, and music in general. At its heart, Do Re Mi is a lyrical representation of the sol fa scale, which is a music education method used to teach vocal pitch.
Mi, 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 so, so, re, fa, fa, la, ti, ti.
When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything.
It's a series of largely unlinked words and phrases. It's near nonsense made sense of through song. What could be better? Number 8, If I Were a Rich Man, Fiddler on the Roof.
If I were a rich man, all day long I biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man.
Taken from early in Act 1 of Fiddler on the Roof, our next song is sung by the show's central character, Tevye, as he laments his considerable lack of wealth.
I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen, right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show.
Tevye, a dairyman forced to drag his own milk cart, questions why he has been made poor while others have more money than is necessary. If he were a rich man, he'd enjoy splashing cash in a similar fashion.
You wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am.
But then, who wouldn't like to bitty-bitty bum their days away? This is living the dream in lyrical form.
If I was a rich girl, na 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 na. See, I'd have all the money in the world if I was a wealthy girl.
Number 7. Seasons of Love, Rent.
Seasons of love, seasons of
Our next musical brings together a group of artists living in New York City who are forced to negotiate work and relationships under the shadow of AIDS. Seasons of Love is the signature Rent tune, however, and it's definitely not doom and gloom.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments, so dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year?
With an already iconic refrain of 525,600 minutes, the song searches for a suitable method of measuring life and plans upon love. It really is all you need. Number 6. Aquarius, Hair.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, age of Aquarius.
Sung at the beginning of the late 60s musical Hair, Aquarius was a call to arms for its generation's flower power and remains one of the most rousing songs ever sung on stage.
When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars.
From its opening line, Aquarius speaks of celestial bodies aligning and international peace descending onto Earth.
Harmony and understanding, sympathy and trust abounding.
A fanciful notion for some, it's a faith worth holding on to for these characters. A song made all the more famous following its chart release by the Fifth Dimension as a medley with Let the Sun Shine In. It's infectiously uplifting. Number 5. Tomorrow, Annie.
There's this song I used to sing in the orphanage when I'd get sad. It always cheered me up.
Another optimistic musical number, Tomorrow takes all of Annie's sadness and sets it against the hope that times will change.
Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none.
A subtle song requiring a little less production than some others on today's countdown, it lends itself to cover versions aplenty.
The sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come one day.
Heck, it's even been used to promote 21st century cereal.
Set yourself with Kellogg's tonight.
The sun will come out
See you at breakfast.
tomorrow.
a record that has stood and will stand the test of time. It's a reminder to everyone that hard times won't last forever.
Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away.
Number 4, All That Jazz, Chicago.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz.
A serious shift in mood now, and the epitome of a showstopper. All That Jazz gives us exactly what its title promises.
A noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl. And all that jazz.
The opening song of Chicago. It's about painting the town red and priming its audience for a musical like no other.
Slick your hair and wear your buckle shoes. And all that jazz.
A signature record for one Liza Minnelli. It's the kind of song that requires an especially glittery outfit to really do it justice. Guaranteed to get even the shyest audience member at least tapping their toes. All That Jazz is the very definition of all singing, all dancing.
And that jazz.
Number 3, I Dreamed a Dream, Les Miserables.
Still I dream he'll come to me, that we will live the years together.
In any regular musical, One Day More would be by far and away the most impressive moment, and would easily make today's countdown.
One day more to revolution.
However, Les Miserables also has the ever-inspirational I Dreamed a Dream.
There are dreams that cannot be.
Sung by Fantine shortly after she's begun life on the streets, the song is a painstaking lament comparing the character's hopes for life and the harsh realities of it. And yet, there are moments in I Dreamed a Dream that have us all roused with optimism. It's all of the emotions rolled into one sensational record.
So different from this hell I'm living. So different, no, from what it seemed.
Number 2, the music of the night, The Phantom of the Opera.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
Another major musical for which more than one song might have scored a top 10 place. All I Ask of You could have featured for The Phantom of the Opera.
Promise me that all you say is true.
But in Music of the Night, we have a song that lyrically and literally hypnotizes the listener.
Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness that you know you cannot find.
Performed by the eponymous Phantom as he lures Christine Daae into his lair beneath the opera house, it encapsulates the character's loneliness and includes a magical hook that won't ever leave your head, no matter how hard you try.
The darkness of the music of the night.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Don't tell me not to fly, I simply got to. If someone takes a spill, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade?
One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. Your bars are temples, but the girls ain't free.
We've had no rain in several days. Hasadiga Igbo. And 80% of us have AIDS.
Hasadiga Igbo-wai. I like to be in America. Okay, by me in America. Everything free in America.
Number 1, Memory, Cats.
Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. As the moon lost her memory, she is smiling alone.
most famously performed by either Ellen Page or Barbra Streisand. Memory is, appropriately, as unforgettable a show tune as has ever been written.
A street lamp dies, another night is over, another day is dawning.
It's sung by the character Grisabella, as she remembers with fondness the glamour cat she once was, but realizes with sadness how far she has fallen. The nostalgic tone and lyrics are relatable for just about anybody, meaning that there's rarely a dry eye in the house, or a hair not stood on end during any performance. It's the final song to our final act, a worthy whiskered winner.
Touch me, it's so easy to leave me, all alone with the memory of my days in the sun.
Do you agree with our list? Which musical number is your favorite?
When you're a jet, you're the top cat in town. You're the gold medal kid with the heavyweight crown.
For more sing-along top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Auf Wiedersehen. A bientôt.